A great man, a man of luminaries, intelligence and intellect with an amazing capacity to pierce through a problem to its cause. The word luminous is perhaps the best word I can use about his mind. This is how Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru described Maulana Azad. Maulana Azad was a strong campaigner of peace and a vociferous freedom fighter. He used the power of his writings and public orations to create a national awakening among the masses. The analogy and juxtaposition of Swaraj and intercommunal harmony that Maulana Azad emphasized then is equally pertinent today. Born on November 11, 1888 in a deeply orthodox Muslim family, Maulana Azad had his initial formal education in Arabic, Persian and Urdu with theological orientation. He also learnt English on his own. Due to his natural inclination for writing, he published several weeklies including Al-Misbah, Al-Hilal, Al-Balagh and Paigam. Maulana Azad was in the forefront of all the major movements for the independence like the Khilafat movement, the non-cooperation movement, the civil disobedience movement and the Quit India movement. After India became independent in 1947, Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru inducted Maulana Azad as Education Minister in his cabinet. Under Maulana Azad's tenure, a number of measures were undertaken to promote primary and secondary education, scientific education, establishment of universities, and promotion of avenues of research and higher studies. On February 22, 1958, Maulana Azad passed away. He was posthumously awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, in 1992. The Government of India celebrates the birth anniversary of Maulana Azad on November 11 every year as Education Day. It can be described as fitting tribute by the nation to a person who had unchallenged credentials as a freedom fighter, revolutionary journalist, social reformer, champion of communal harmony, and an unparalleled education minister.
Abul Kalam Azad was one of the foremost leadership of Indian freedom struggle. He was born on November 11, 1888 in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. He was a brilliant debatant and well-versed in many languages. He was the first educational minister of independent India and he was the founder of University Grand Commission to supervise and advance the higher education. He was also credited with the establishment of the Indian Institute of Technology. He died of a stroke on February 22, 1958 for his valuable contribution to the nation. He was awarded India's highest honor, Bharat Ratna, in 1992. His birth anniversary is celebrated as National Education Day in India on 11th November every year.
Education is essential for everyone. It is a level of education that helps people earn respect and recognition. In my opinion, it is an indispensable part of life, both personally and socially. However, the unequal standard of education is still a major problem that needs to be solved. The importance of education is undeniable for every single person. It just goes without saying that education has a positive effect on human life. Everyone needs to study. Only with the advent of education can people everyone present here. I hope all the teachers and students who are present here knows the importance of education. But in some of the places of a country or in other places, the people and parents do not send girls to the schools and they do not give education to them. So I am going to speak here about the importance of educating the girl child. The ability to think on higher level is God's boon to the human race. Thus one makes all differences between humans and beasts. But at various parts of our country, the humans refuse to educate the human. We should also encourage all the parents to educate the women for our life. The world is God's boon to the human race. This ability refines human race to read and write. Thus only makes all differences between humans and beasts. But at various parts of our country, this ability is refused for women. It is must for women to be educated. The degree of civilization of a country is defined by the humans and the human progress. The social and the economical status are determined by the standard of women. In Western countries, women are treated more honorably and live in comparative comfort than in other developed countries. But in our country, at many places, a woman in the family enjoys only the status of unpaid servant, especially in rural areas. Do you think women in the family should enjoy only the status of unpaid servant? This is because the lack of education leads to pity-mindedness. To eradicate narrow-mindedness and to develop advanced ideas in social life, education is very essential. A system of education equal for all should be evolved to suit our particular circumstances and bring them into a mainstream. It should be a day to celebrate when our country can boast of attaining total literacy. Although a start has already been made in Kerala and West Bengal. If a man is educated, a state will be educated. But if a woman is educated, the whole nation will be educated. Man enrolls the family's way, but woman enrolls the country's way. Today, I am going to deliver a speech on environment. I would like to begin my speech with the famous word, environmental is an incurable disease. It can only be prevented. The earth we live is full of natural resources. In fact, we are totally dependent on nature, that is our environment and its resources. But humans' various activities of wasting, polluting and exploiting in a large scale pave the way to the degradation of the resources. Over the years, environmental pollution has become more of a problem for a number of reasons. Air pollution, noise pollution, soil pollution and water pollution contributed noticeable harm to the lives of the people. Mainly they cause disease like cholera, typhoid, jaundice, asthma and lung cancer. This shows that environmental pollution is becoming an increasingly worse problem that needs to take care of happy and healthy life for the people. To control the environmental pollution, many activities can be done by both individual citizens and the government of nation. I appeal our school community students to come up and prevent pollution. We must try to keep ourselves and our surroundings clean and free from pollution, just like the way we try to keep our surroundings clean, because our environment is our first home. Thank you for the opportunity given to me. Thank you, Anata.
Amar Getzial of Class 8 stand before you to speak on the motion, the Right to Education Act. The right to education means the fundamental right of children to have free and compulsory education. The state is providing education to all, and it is to ensure compulsory admission, attendance, and complement of elementary education by every child of 6 to 14 years. I feel very strongly that these three goals will greatly benefit the children coming from poor and marginalized families. In my opinion, education and literacy are the keys to many problems facing the people. Illiterate people are liable to be cheated, deceived and discriminated. If all Indians are literate, some possibilities will be eliminated. So after our nation got independence, almost all villages have schools. People are also more awake towards the benefits of education. Seeing all this, I strongly
of time, the government policies will change the face of education in India. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.